Hi Stampin' friends, tonight we're going to use the Ho 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 Paper Pumpkin Kit. It's October's kit. Let me know if you hate the light. I know there's some glare. I'm just trying to get it where it's a little bit brighter and has fewer shadows. So we'll see if we like it or not. One thing I did want to mention is that there is a refill available for this. So if you are a subscriber, you can get more of these, which is all of the paper parts, not the stamp set. But all the paper parts you can get with item number 161931. So I think it's a pretty cute one, and I can't believe that there are kits left, so or refills left. So you might want to get on that. So let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead. I usually go ahead and try to leave it not cut up whenever you see it. I try to, get things out as you see them. So this is the box that it came in. Mine was smashed this time. Sometimes that does happen. I was a little sad about that. It has beautiful green tissue paper. And then it opens up and you have this part here all in a bag. It's all shrink wrapped. And this is on the back of it like this to kind of protect it. It has a little piece here. This is what it's like. It has a little piece of cardboard to keep it from getting torn up. And then it has the stamp set. I've taken some of these off of here. So what this has in it is, I guess first I should talk about these little envelopes that are all decorated, super cute. So there is a striped one with stripe inside. There is a blue, like a real pale blue with a kind of a Bermuda Bay inside. There is a kind of a crumb cake with a white and crumb cake stripe inside. There is this little base, and then we have all these little guys, and this says Ho Ho Ho. It's a vellum. And then we have another card base, which is this crumb cake and white, and these little layers go on the fronts of the card bases. So there's two of those crumb cake ones. And then this is the pale blue. And these are the Santas that are all kind of colored, but you need the stamp set to finish them out. And then the Joy, J-O-Y, and then a bunch of those little things. These are the glue dots that come with them. And if you don't care for them, maybe you just want to toss that. But because if you have some yourself, it's no big. But why do I not have... Okay, this come out really easy, and probably somewhere here I've got the other Ho Ho Ho, but there's a Mary and a Ho Ho Ho. There's 6 of those. And then these are very similar. There it is. Very similar to our wonderful snowflakes, but they are instead some smaller ones. There's like a really small one, and then there's like a medium one. And then, of course, a really large one. So that makes it nice. There we go. You can see there's like a lot of cute little things with that. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'll try to talk about some of the great things I've seen that people have done to kind of spice these up. Okay, so the Santa. We need to get our little Santa here. Oh, the ink spot that comes with it is the Early Espresso. So that's kind of fun. And I have it here. I'm going to go ahead and get out my Memento Tuxedo Black. And the reason I had it out is because I went ahead and colored a Santa. You can see I stamped him on our regular paper. And so it just kind of made a cute little Santa. And think about putting this on a variety of different things. You could put it on any frame that you have, or a circle or a square, or, it just makes a really cute embellishment for whatever you're doing. So that's kind of a bonus to this kit if you have the whole kit. And then, let's see here. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do one. I'm going to try to stamp it right over. Oh, it needs a little more ink. I don't think his eyes are quite inked up. And you could, of course, use your stamp apparatus if you wanted to be sure that you didn't get any, make any mistakes. You could kind of practice beforehand a little bit. Oops, I kind of got a little black on that. Let's see how this worked out. I don't know. It's a little sideways, but anyway, you can see there that gives you the color that you need. Kind of keeps it kind of straight on there. So that's kind of fun. Hi, Nancy. Great to see you. Thank you for hopping by. Okay. So this, let's see, gosh, you get plenty of those. You get 6 sheets. You could also, if you don't have the stamp set, I feel confident you could trace around there with your, with a pen. I mean, it doesn't seem that difficult. So anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and get out this part and get started. So our first one will be our little Santa, and we're going to put him on the crumb cake card base. And what goes on the top of it, according to the thing, you can mix and match these, of course, however you would like. But the one that they suggest is this large crumb cake layer. So you would put this on here with dimensionals, of course, and then you would just add your Merry Christmas or whatever sentiment you're going to have. So it uses this dovetailed banner, and then it uses the Merry, and then the large snowflake. So that would be kind of under there. And of course, our little Santa. I'll go ahead and use this kind of wonky one that I did a strange job on, just to kind of be a placeholder for us. And then we stamped the Christmas in the early espresso. So let's try to find that little tiny. Let's go ahead and take this all apart and lay it all out on their table. I like to leave these guys in their spots because I get afraid that I'm going to either lose them or I'm going to get like confused of what I've got, that kind of thing. Okay, so here is my little spots for my Christmas. So let me see here. I'm trying to find where I got these all out so I would have them, but then here's my little Christmas. So I want to try to stamp that on this spot. Now, nothing says if you are, I'm going to try a different color here, because nothing says that you have to use the color that they say. If you've got plenty of Stampin' Up! Inks of your own, nothing says you have to use the colors that they choose. So I'm going with some Bermuda Bay for this Christmas stamp. Let's see here. I'm trying to ink it up well. Let's see. All right. And then I'm just going to try to get it on there. Kind of interesting there. There we go. I'm going to give it a second. There we are. Okay, so then this little Christmas guy, we would put right under here. My reason for choosing that is because I wanted it to be dark enough that you could see it. And then I wanted to be able to kind of tie that in with this pool party colored, gosh, there we go, dovetailed banner. So you can see that it's pretty easy to use. So that is the first one. Okay. The second one has this starry sky background. Go ahead and put this away a second. And it has, so funny me trying to get these out. Oh, that's an envelope. See, I always try to set the envelopes aside. Some people cut these down and turn them into stuff, but they have that whole layer of sticky there. I just kind of like the idea of having the cute little envelopes to mail your things in. Oh, there's also some bags. This was in there as well. There are these little North Pole bags here that you can add to your order as well. So just something to think about if you have a use for little gift bags like that. I'm kind of a card girl myself. How about y'all? I just kind of think, yeah, I think I would enjoy the cards most. Okay, so this one's going to have the ho, ho, ho. So I'll use this one. There we go. And it has the medium snowflake. Then it has this little, oh, we have a long one and a short one. Okay, that goes on the next one. So the short one goes here under this guy. And then we have a frame on here. So you can take this off. We can use this frame like this. I guess I should have been more careful. Sorry about that. This kind of goes around here. So you're going to attach this here. And then you're going to put this right here. That's not making any sense. I got to go this way. Sorry. That there. So there, are you following me a little better now? That makes a little more sense. And then you put this one on. Now this is where people are making shaker cards. So what people do is they run their dimensional strips that Stampin' Up! Sells. I'll try to put the number in the comments. They run it around here, and they have stuck it down with a piece of acetate. Now, when I say acetate, that's like overhead projector. If you're old like me, overhead projector teachers used to write on. It's just a clear plastic layer. And they would put that and glue that down so that they can then use the dimensionals and seal that up, put something inside, you know, tuck it in before you stick it this side down, and you've made a shaker card. And those are looking so cute. I've seen those a lot of places, and I really think they're adorable. So now I'm gonna take my sleigh. I'm going to try to stamp that on there, and we'll see how this works out. Because, you know, whenever I'm trying to do something and someone's watching, I'm always kind of slow. And this kit has so many wonderful pieces. They're just kind of all over my table right now. So, okay, so I kind of want it like Santa is climbing into the sky. So I'm just going to, the reason I'm holding it for a long time is just to allow it to kind of soak in, because these are the photopolymer stamps and they take a minute. And if you have a tiny spot that is not quite all the way, you can use your Stampin' blends, or if you don't have those, you can use just a little, just be real light touch of just your Stampin' Right markers and fill that in. So there you can see. Okay, so there's that and that and that. Okay, and then our little ho 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 and our little snowflake. There we are. So then I'm ready to kind of move on and get my Santa Claus is coming to town. I'm going to fold this down. That will help me a lot. Okay. I want to get my Santa Claus is coming to town on there because clearly he's on his way. So get my... Didn't do my card base yet. That's important. Gotta have a card base. Okay, there we are. So that's where I'm going to put my Santa Claus is coming to town. So let's get that on here. Now you could put Holly Jolly or any other thing that you might want to put on there as well. So let's see here. That right there. And I've just kind of gone to using the black on this. I just think it's a little more obnoxious and easier to read. So I'm going to put my Santa Claus on there. Okay, Santa Claus is coming to town. And then, oh, they're sliding. Okay, this guy's got to go. There, he's causing things to slide. Okay, that, and that, and that, and that. And I would just move this down a little bit. They have this right up on top of the, it kind of covers up most of this cute little paper. So I'm kind of not about that. I would just move it down a little bit just so that you can see as much of that paper as possible because I think it's super cute. Now, another thing, if you decided you don't want to make a shaker, you can certainly do this with your frame. See how it's kind of, you can just kind of sideways it. And that will make a really easy and fun, just different look to it. Just kind of makes it a little more, I don't know if the word would be kitschy, but yeah, just kind of different. So something else to think about with that one. So now I'm ready to do this where I make the ho ho ho. Let's see here. No, not the ho ho ho. Oh, this goes over. Oh, I don't know if I would want to put this under there. That's kind of up to you. If you wanted to put this vellum ho 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 over that, that would be great too. Just kind of up to you. I'm kind of like, yeah, but I guess it's probably to make it sturdier. So there you go. We do want things to be sturdy, so that's probably a good idea. Okay, so now we have the Joy card to make. So that uses this red and crumb cake base. So the back is red and this side is the crumb cake. And then I'm going to grab the, gosh, my throat, I don't know. I guess it's going to be till the freeze that till my throat feels better. Okay, so again, popping that up on dimensionals. And then you're just going to put your, this has several of the snowflakes on it. So you can decide, you know, if you want to use 3 or if you want to use more than that, just kind of up to you. I'll go ahead and grab a couple more here. Let's see. Go ahead and mash that down. There we go. All right. And then let's see, where did we put the, maybe there and there. And then tuck one of the medium ones down here on the bottom. Okay, so then we just need our joy. So our J. Now, it has an O, so you could make it just joy. You could put your Santa, you know, you could put a Santa on separately, you know, just put your Santa down here like he's, you know, and a joy to be around, because he is. Or the way the Stampin' Up! Did it was they used the joy there. Then they also used this green, and they used "'Tis the Season to Be Jolly" on this tiny, tiny green. I don't mean to be critical, but I don't believe very many people would be able to read that on this shaded spruce stamped in early espresso. So I just kind of said, yeah, no. So I'm going to make my own layer there. Now, I think it could be very fine to go ahead and put this layer on. I just might not try to make it the sentiment for this. I'm not absolutely certain that it needs a sentiment, frankly. I think it could be really cute to just put your joy on there and let that be the sentiment. Then the inside, maybe you could stamp something. Maybe the "'Tis the Season to Be Jolly" even inside the card as that particular sentiment for the inside, because I just think that's so tiny down there, and it just doesn't really, it doesn't pop very well because the green is so dark. Just my opinion, you know, whatever. Now, one thing I would also consider is adding a couple rolls of ribbon or something to what you're doing with this, just to make it have a little more oomph. Now, this is the real red, so you can decide if you think it looks great with this or if you think it needs to be cherry cobbler. But the Stampin' Up! Is using a lot of reds and like lighter reds and darker reds together this year, and I kind of like it myself, so I guess I've bought into their whole deal with that. But I would probably add a bow. Ooh, that bow did not turn out, guys. It happens. Okay, there, that's better. I was trying to leave it a little bit bigger, so to kind of balance out all the snowflake action we have going on. So there you can see that there are a ton of things to do with this. If you want to spend extra time, you can make shakers. And if you just want to put them together like they are, it is still a really cute card. But thank you for watching or being patient, whatever it is. Bye-bye.